Stanky, try to see if you can just do a bit of an auto match with Dookie. I love that, man. I love it. Meeting each other, bowing to one another, then slamming each other's faces with fists and shovels. As Dookie got himself a pretty early blaze, some pretty early set of cooldowns, leaping around the corner. He wants to see if he can maximize those CDs. Trinket out of thinking with a karma reversal for Dookie. Honestly, you could just keep hammering into that karma, but better be very careful. That's quite a bit of damage out of TANKY with that Zuen and everything available. Popping the defensive zone, trying to make sure he's playing it out as best as possible. At least he has counter for cooldowns, taking quite a bit of damage though. TANKY also kind of lowish on health. Celestial Conduit, lots of damage. Dookie needs an hour for this situation, needs a heal, but he got him low enough with a quick touch of death. Quick unplug from the back. Down he goes. That's a rough one, man. The amount of burst damage that a warrior can do and a hunter and a monk can do is quite a lot. Who's up next? One of you guys gotta go. Is it Arthas? Is it Mini in the back? Is it Lyanna or is it Yarim by any chance? Oh wait, Seawork is gone, right? Yeah. Is Cobra is over on team 2, waiting for his turn. Deathlife, we got ourselves Successive, as well as Killer over in the back. I like his Mog, by the way. Look at this, man. He's got himself like this celestial, bluish, armored type of look going on. I actually like it a lot. Who is it going to be next? Is it the TANKY versus Yarim? It looks like it is. The Mage versus the, I was going to say Hunter. I don't know why I'm trying to say Hunter over and over. Polly, Lexwhip that has a Trinket with a bit of an altar, trying to see if he can reposition. If TANKY can get on top of the Mage, knocking him up in the air for a second, that could be huge. Whirling Dragon Punch is awesome, actually. If you can set up a Whirling Dragon Punch during the right time, I think you just want to use it whenever it's available. But definitely utilize that knock-up ability when you get a chance, because if you can save it just by a little, delay it for a second, use it at the right time to knock up a cast, that could be huge, man. That could be awesome. Try to see if you can stay on top of Yarim a little bit here. That is going to be full spark with a karma reversal. Just try to see if you can take all that offensive damage of the mage and reverse it back to him with a karma while staying as aggressive as humanly possible. Big back blinks for the mage repositioning, but it's support out of the monk, able to get himself a better position, staying on top of the mage, clashing right at him with a celestial conduit. Took a couple of hits. Try to see if you can move with that celestial conduit as fast as possible. Then it's going to be a random Zuen proc together with all the other celestial procs. In cap for a second as he goes in for Lexwhip to follow, potentially Ice Block. Whoa! Was that Alter? He just altered that far? Oh, what was that? That must have been Alter, right? I was gonna say he escaped pretty far. That was pretty quick. Ring of Peace is gonna force a block out of the guy. That was well done. Those knockups with the Ring of Peace and Whirling Dragon Punches, that's huge. He's setting himself up. He's getting himself ready. He's trying to figure out which way is this man gonna blink. He's trying to be trying to get ahead of the curve as best as possible. Poly to follow, and finally Reem gives himself a breather and a chance to go for a full Arcane Surge setup. TANKY, back it up out of there. Line of sight is his best friend, using the porch in order to stay away, forcing the blinks out of the mage, and potentially could put him in a really good spot. Does interrupt him. This could be huge. Breath to follow on the off of the arcane, so at least he got summoned to follow up if he does get interrupted on his primary school of casting. Breath is huge, Nova is huge, and even a knockup is massive in that situation. Ultra is available. TANKY needs to, I think, consolidate his buffs here. He got Stormwrath and Fire coming up. I don't know if he's got Celestial, but if he got Celestial with Stormwrath and Fire, that could be huge. Images getting sent out in every direction. Evocation to follow with that karma. That's an opportunity for him to maybe build up that karma damage, build up the potential. He's got Chigio everywhere with his new Zawa dropping in. There's quite a bit of damage though with the Celestials proccing for you. He's taking advantage of that. He's got himself a decent setup with Arcane Missiles to follow. Maybe this will be enough here. Breath to follow. Poly right after. Yarim giving himself yet another second to breathe, but his health is doing a lot worse than last time. He needs to sit down for food, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Think he can disrupt any of that eating. Any of that as quickly as possible, he'll be golden. Does go in for the kick, but the mage able to recover even a little bit of food. Has himself images? Or does he not have images? The images button for him is grayed out, so I don't know if it's like broken or what happened. But is it going to be a port out of TANKY? Back it up out of there really quickly. Porting back in to try to see if he can zoom out. Get out your breather. Zoom back in. Charge in. Trying to go for a kick. Does not connect. That's going to be full precog for the mage. Using mobility to escape. Celestial Conduit is up and running. Maybe this will be enough damage. Trying to go for a big kicks. Does go for the poly. Trinket to follow out of the monk. Trying to see if he can end the duel right now. Perhaps for Yarim going counter offensive here. TANKY does not have a defensive here, I don't think. Unless he's got Forbroom, which is the one that can track. Interrupted on Arcane is huge though. Trying to go for a Trinket. That doesn't stop your cast. Interrupts up. Touches the magic window though. Maybe the mage short is around. Wait a second. Oh! Never underestimate a mage, man. Once they go on the aggressive, once they go on the offensive, even if they're low, it's really up to them to find out if they are winning this one or not, man, because it's a question of how much ZPS can they do in that situation with those cooldowns. That's going to be a bit of a reversal, repositional for Yareem. Got himself invis as well as a shield. He is still dotted, he is still rotting though. And he just needs a couple of ticks of flame shock, and I think the guy might just be done for the count here, trying to see if he can close the gap. He doesn't have to commit a lot of cooldowns. That trinket might be maybe a pretty big commit though, because you may need that trinket for Fallen Arthas here, unless you can pre-layer defensives over Arthas' burst, who's just trying to see if he can set up a stun. Big Grippy available, pre-walling this, that's a good move. Full army of the riders are in and in place. Silencer follow, burst on the ground, burst his head away from his troubles. And he's trying to see if he can get away, does get to get away. So actually for success, this is a good move right now. Arthur's charging in, trying to see if he can keep the pressure rolling in. Full ascend with Guardian. Is that going to be enough? Arthur's got himself a big defensive while he hangs out in a dome. A lot of that magic damage that Successor was thrown out, all that is going to be dampened, but he still needs to get those death strikes in there as best as possible. Big thunderous roars clapping down on the deathline. IBF and goes in for a quick stun on the shaman with a blind to follow. Another death and decay at the ready. Light the last to stop him. Does have a human Rachel, or human Rachel for that one. And Successive with his shield, got himself at least a bit of survivability with a bit of self-heal with the totem as well as the guardian joining in, give him a little bit of extra health to work with. Silence to follow, locked down for a second. Arthas may just be able to take it here unless Successive can somehow interrupt this. He's trying to heal, he's doing what he can. Oh, and Arthas just ends up cleaving him down. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of pressure. That is a lot of damage to deal with. I thought honestly Successive was going to be able to maybe somehow get out of that one scot-free, but that's silence on a couple of huge blitz and frost strikes out of Arthas, and that was it, man. That secured him a victory. Stun onto Killer, has a trinket available. Lichborn is up, goes in for a massive heal as his health dips super low. He can't heal right now unless he can just start firing through the necrotics. I think he just tried to get aggressive. Holy, hold on, no shot! He just kept on trucking that damage. Are you kidding me? And the Hunter was looking at the health bar. He was like, he has no health. I just did one good hit. One good hit. You need to also not forget that you have a health bar too. And if your health bar reaches 0 before his health bar, you're dying. That is so rough. Oh, is he giving him honor duel? I can't tell. I can't tell. I don't know if Corbus was trying to give him the honor match, but Arthas does not want it. By the looks of it, Arthas does not want it. He got himself a bit of line of sight. Army of the Dead available. Our Army of the Riders of the Apocalypse are available. He could AMS some of the Riders. He's trying to go for a couple of death strikes off of that succubus, get whatever health he can. Using that mobility on the horse, at least he's able to move at 100% speed minimum. Even to get hit with a slow. Infernal does get a dodge, a grippy hand available. Full resources are up. Cobra has got himself plenty of defenses that he can utilize here. Silence to follow him. Succubus is out. Army of the Riders are out in play. You gotta grip the guy back in as soon as possible. Grips him in. Got himself reflect. I don't know. IBF is available, so Arthas could just keep trucking this. Dome down, feared, ruination, but that's gonna stun. IBF is gonna use just to give him more health to work with. Wall off of Corbus, out of the health. Mortal Coil to follow. I don't know if you got another grip. If you have another grip, maybe this could be huge. Got himself a AMS backup unavailable. I think it's from Riders or his own AMS. I'm not even sure. He's trying to do whatever he can to survive this. Next succubus you see could be the end to the death line. Trying to do whatever he can just to keep himself alive. Blind onto Cobras for a second, but that Chaos Mother just unleashing a barrage of fell at the guy. Trying to go for a kick, does not quite get it. Trying to maybe go for a stun. Whatever health he's got, he's trying to do what he can. Maybe a silence last second on the guy? No. He's got himself the full Warlock health recovery with a massive health stone. Soul, what is it? Soul Sacrifice? I don't remember what's it called. Midi does get hit with a succubus. See, he does end up sanctifying himself. But it's not enough, I guess. Hand of freedom just to keep himself moving. Mortal Coil out by Cobra. Oh, mad damage onto Midi, having to go for a bubble. Wings are available. Cobra, I don't know if he can survive this. That's a full bubble. Is that enough though? Hammer's flying in. Hammer's just clashing down on you. Hammer's a caution on your pet too, but the pet doesn't end up catching him with a succubus. You see it last second. Oh no, Shadow Fury doesn't quite connect, doesn't quite reach. Oh, no. Bonzafeld does not attach either. I think Bonzafeld was on the left side, but the guy went up above, and that's going to be Orifine charges in with a quick chaos hit cleave. 5% more damage taken while that cleave wound lasts. Oh, Cobras might actually be able to come back here. Succubus catching midi, but he does go for a full lay on hands. That might be the play. I don't know if he's got Spell Warden. He's got Blessing of Protection. Question is, does he talent into Spell Warden for these? Because that's the only way I think he survives this right now. This is a tough situation. Full Chaos Bolts flying in. If you have yourself that immunity to magic damage, now you'll be golden. Now would be the time to do it. Try to go for massive damage. Big Ruination around the corner. Does not connect, I don't think. Or maybe he did send it. I can't tell really. It happened so fast. So quick. He does have it. Does he have the damage though is the question. He can at least stand next to Cobra. Full stun. I don't know if he's got himself the big hammer go. Wake of Ashes to at least stun the pet. Big hammer does come down. He needs to stay next to Cobras for this hammer to hit him. Otherwise the hammers are just gonna be unleashed into the demons. At least he got himself a little bit of healing, and yeah, that Succubus, as well as the little Infernos, are still eating those hammers. The big Empyrean hammers coming from the sky. The little hammers flying down. Cobra, oh, I think it's over with that Mortical locked in. This man is locked in. He's ready. Liana, last time you versus Cobra dueled each other, you ate his Chaos Bolts back to back to back. Chaos Mode spawns in, quite a bit of damage. Succubus catching you. Well, you just taking that freebie damage. And those demons that shoot out damage, the Pit Lords, Chaos Mother, and the Overlord, they're all quite a bit of overall damage. Like, that should not be ignored. Full reset for Cobras. Got a wall coming up very, very soon. Big gateway to escape out of that situation into a stun from range with an intimidation. Fear to follow. Got himself full setup. Chaos Bolt 1, Bolt 2 after, Bolt 3, Ruination to follow, Bolt 4. Hold on, how many bolts have you sent? I don't think the last one was sent though. That Ruination, but there's a bolt after. Try to go for a Fear. So far, maybe with a bolt. You have another bolt? Stunned, but he's got a health at least. I don't know how much more. Oh, I think it's over for Cobras. I think it's over. Harpooned by the Hunter. Just absolutely unstoppable, man. Who would survive? The master of literally the Cataclysm itself. Cataclysm the roots open up Earth. Or just... or a pet owner. Survival Hunter's so good, man. Like, Deadlife just thorns and just actually thorned himself. Liana, I don't know if you can live this. That's a lot of damage from a Feral Druid. You do have a hot, though. And it is a lot of healing. Something about this hot I feel like makes you think that it ignores dampening. Maybe. Wall is available, gives him a bit extra defenses to work with, but that final bite. That last bite. Man. 2 for Arthas, 2 for Cobras. That was so good. Liana holding the fort, but at some point when the dampening is so high, there's only so much you can do, man. Templar nerfs don't feel good. I agree with you. I feel like, I hope they're not super heavy on the nerfs. I like